Good morning, John. Very nice to meet you. Thanks for having me in this morning. And first of all, I just want to say congratulations on your new role as CFO here at JM Eagle. It's very exciting. And as I think you know, I've been meeting with your VP of Finance, Dave Merritt, and talking about your business. And one of the things that I've learned about your business is that you just have one essential metric here by which you measure your success. And that is, how much does it cost you to produce 1 foot of pipe? Pretty simple. And there are two main elements that go into that cost per foot. One is your raw materials, and the other is your labor. So ADP can't do a whole lot to help you with the raw materials. And I know that sometimes you feel like you don't have a lot of control over those commodities either. But we can do a great deal to help you with the cost of your labor. Let me tell you what I mean by that. So when you think about labor, what is it? It's your people. It's your human beings that do the work. So ADP can have a huge impact on how you manage your human capital. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Here's really how ADP defines human capital. When you think about this, there's really three things that make us different and make us unique in the marketplace. The first is the breadth and scope of our services. So when you look at the slide, you can see here, we do everything that touches your employees from the time that you recruit them until the time that they retire. So there are many vendors who do pieces of these things well, recruiting, payroll, HR, benefits administration, 401k, but no one else does it all in a single fully integrated system. And so that's the first thing that really sets ADP apart. The next thing that really makes us unique, and ever more so these days, is our technology and the innovative nature of our technology. We've recently established in the last couple of years what we call an innovation lab, and it's located in Chelsea in downtown Manhattan, sometimes known today as Silicon Alley. And the reason that we located our innovation lab there is because this is a spot that's attracting the very best design talent in the business. Why do we need design talent? Because today, engaging your multi-generational workforce, your young people who do everything on their smartphones, it's all about the graphics and engaging them. They're used to using Facebook and Google. They don't want to log onto a computer screen and look at some tired old software. So it's all about putting everything at their fingertips in their hand in a boldly graphical manner. And so I'll share with you just a little bit about why ADP is doing so well with this. If you look at this, just one statistic here, ADP invested over $700 million just in the previous fiscal year in our innovation and coming out with new and more exciting technologies, apps for mobile phones, apps for tablets, and this is what's really driving the market today. So moving on here, thank you. I just want to go back to that last slide one more time and talk about the third thing that really makes ADP different. And that is that we are a service organization. So yes, we have cutting edge software, but unlike pure software companies, we don't ask you to sign a contract, write a check, walk away, go hire some consultants and get it implemented. ADP, any service that you purchase from ADP, we implement it on your behalf. Our employees do the work, and we don't bill you a nickel until it's live and up and running. That's a big thing. But maybe even more importantly, there are a lot of things in managing your human capital that the software cannot do. You need human beings to do it. So is it going to be your humans on your staff who have limited time and possibly limited expertise, or are you going to give it to ADP, just like you do with your payroll tax filing? So it's the compliance aspect and feeling safe that you're with people that know what they're doing, that have 20, 30 years of expertise and can manage these things. So let's talk about two particular areas of challenge that Dave and I have been discussing. So one is your time and labor system. Today, you've got actually two different time and attendance programs. You've got a little, what Dave refers to as kind of a mom and pop cheap system that you purchase, I don't know, off the internet or something. And it's just for your corporate staff here in Los Angeles. But out in your plants, which you've got 25 plants in 25 states, as you know, you guys are actually having your employees clock in and out on a very old, homegrown system that sits on an AS400. And there are a lot of concerns about that system today, which I'll go more into later. So neither of these systems is integrated with ADP's payroll. And so Dave tells me that this results in a lot of cumbersome labor and a lot of errors. Your people are having to extract data from these systems, rekeying them into Excel, working with the formatting, and then trying to import them into ADP where there are often errors. So check out these statistics here just for a moment, and this will kind of drive this home for you. Companies that do work with a fully integrated time and labor and payroll system, 62% of them reduce their error rate. And I ran some numbers for you. I want you to get an idea of what this could mean to JM Eagle. Today, your annual payroll is about $65 million. By integrating ADP's time and labor system with ADP's payroll system, we know that you could reduce the error rate that you're experiencing today. And even if we very conservatively estimated that we could reduce it by 0.002%, that would result in an annual savings for you of $130,000 that would drop right to the bottom line. So this is just one example of the kind of financial impact we can have on that 1 foot of pipe. The other area I would like to talk about is compliance. One of the things that Dave told me about your time and attendance system is, especially the AS400 one, is that it's basically dying. Clocks are dying, hours are dropping, and so this is a big concern because that's basically a lawsuit waiting to happen, right? So let's just talk for a moment about compliance and risk mitigation. Unfortunately, we live in a very litigious society. We know that lawsuits are up. They're in the news all the time. In fact, over 8,000 were filed just in the span of 1 year, as you can see here. And when these lawsuits happen, and all companies are susceptible to these, they're very expensive to settle. On average, $4.5 million to resolve a single wage and hour lawsuit. So you want to avoid these at all costs, and ADP can help you to do that. Why? When you think about your time and attendance system, those 25 plants in 25 states, just like we've got your back on payroll taxes in all 25 of those states, we also have your back when it comes to labor law. We know that here in California, you've got to make sure people take their meal breaks. You've got to calculate your overtime based on 8 hours a day and 40 hours a week, etc. We've got that knowledge in all 50 states. And I don't think that there is the confidence that your system has that programming down or that your people have that knowledge. So that's an area where we can help you. And then the last area that I wanted to talk to you about is also regarding compliance, but a very different area of compliance, and that is the Affordable Care Act. So, you know, John, most companies that we talk to and we bring up the ACA, they say, oh, we've got that covered. It's a benefits issue. Our broker, our benefits department, they've got that handled. And to some extent, that's true. I think here at JM Eagle, you've been tracking the people that work over 30 hours a week. You know who your full-time eligibles are, and you have worked with your broker to come up with an affordable plan. But the problem isn't so much making sure that you're in compliance. I mean, obviously that's critical. But the problem is proving to the IRS that you're in compliance. This is not benefits legislation. It's really tax legislation. And why do I say that? Because this law has empowered the IRS to levy huge, potentially financially crippling fines and penalties on your business. So again, I ran a few numbers for you, and this is just one example of one of the penalties that you can incur under the IRS, under the ACA. You have 1,500 full-time employees today, or full-time eligible employees today. If we take away the first 80, according to the law, and we multiply 1,420 employees times $2,000, which